Okay, so I'm sitting inside the cab now. Things that you want to know about this, we'll just start on the left and work our way across. So here you've got your parking brake. Okay, you have your selection on your drive. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn this on and walk you through how this one works. Okay, so on the display here, okay, what you're looking at is our engine temperature here. The engine's not warm because it hasn't been running. We are currently in four-wheel drive. So if I come down here and I use my selector switch, I'm going to turn that to two-wheel drive. Okay. Now, because my engine's not running, it's not going to work perfectly right now. I do have to have the engine for it to work properly. But let's see what happens if I just do this. Okay. So then I can select four-wheel drive, and then I can also select my diff lock to come on as well. Okay, now because my engine's not running, that's not going to show off perfectly. I am inside and I can't run my engine right now, so we're going to just keep moving. Okay, so right now my gear selection, I am in high. Okay, if I switch that up to park, okay, I went through neutral, I'm now in park. Okay, this is my RPM, this is my speed. I can also select things like trip, okay, hour meter, odometer. Those are some of the controls in the displays, so we'll leave it here at the odometer. This is my fuel, so you can tell I got a full tank of gas. This is my speedometer, so you can see right now I'm going 0 kilometers per hour. I'm currently in work mode, and it's 6 p.m. Okay. Now when it comes to, well, actually let's just keep working our way across the dash. So on here, this is your selection for lighting, okay? So that would be like your running lights. So if you're running around during the day, you're gonna have it like that. Once it's nighttime, you have to remember to turn on your lights. That will give you the opportunity to select between high beam and low beam, okay? Come in here and looking at the steering wheel, you've got access to the controls. Right here, there is a small lever. Okay, this lever right here, when you pull on that, that will tilt your steering wheel for you. So you can select where you want your steering wheel to be. Okay, I've got my key and my ignition. I've got my gear selector. Now with this unit, you've actually got different selections of gears in here. So I can have it park, reverse, neutral, high and low. When I'm running in high and low, I also have this switch here, which says normal and work. So those are your modes. So if I'm in low and I'm in work mode, I'm gonna have a ton of low end torque, but very little top end speed. I'm gonna hit about 20 kilometers an hour and it's gonna max out on me. Now I can be in low gear and I can go to normal mode. So that's gonna let my RPMs kinda come down a little. So now I've got less low end and a little more top end, okay? Then I can switch into high. In high, I can run, I no longer have speed limits at 20 kilometers restrictions on me, okay? There's no limiter there. So normal mode, I actually find when I'm running fairly tight trails, I will be in high in work mode. I just find that the torque that I get helps me roll over rocks better. It helps me maintain momentum, but I'm not going very fast, so I don't want to kind of bog my motor down. Normal, this would be something like I'm going down a logging road or a cottage road. I'm pretty much going to go as fast as the unit will take me, okay? Don't quote me on this, but I believe the top speed that I heard one of my customers come in and say is about 65 to 70 kilometers per hour. Okay, so that's your gear selection. This is your override. So remember we were just talking about being limited on speed. If I'm limited, say I've got it in reverse and I'm limited at 20 kilometers an hour, I press my override, that's no longer going to limit out at 20 kilometers an hour. We'll go past that. I do have a horn on this. Okay, my selector switch for work and normal. These are my indicator lights. So on here, you have left hand and right hand turn. So right now you can see I've got my left hand turn going, and now I've got my right hand turn going. I also have the hazard switch right beside it. Okay. Now one of the things you got to remember with this is it is not like a car. These do not turn off when you take the corner, okay? So if I turn to the right, once I make my turn, I have to shut that off. Okay. I've got two USB plugs here. Okay, so you run your GPS or something off that. I got 12 volt on here. For us, we have a little heater that we take with us when it gets a little bit colder that just plugs into the 12 volt. You could run an air compressor on that. Say you went back to a fishing hole and you had an inflatable stand-up paddle board or a little inflatable canoe you wanted to blow up when you got there. That's how you could do that. Okay, inside here, okay, down at the bottom, you've got a toolkit. Okay. Standard toolkit comes with the CF Motos. Then I have my winch control. So the winch control plugs in right here. Okay, so it actually even tells you right here, winch control. Okay, and you got lots of room inside that glove box. Okay, you just some storage along here. I know my wife likes to put her feet on there when we're going down the road or down the trails. This here is storage. This is also where, if you buy a cab enclosure, your heater controller goes in here. So that would control your temperature and it would control your fan speed. Okay, coming down here, again, just some more storage in there, your foot pedals. In terms of the floor, you've got plastic, and then in between the plastics on the floor, there are these little guys right here, and what that does is that's the skid plate that you see underneath it. So if you've got dirt between your skid plate and your floor panel, you just stick your hose in there and wash it out. Okay, and that's it for the inside. So the UForce 600 is a great small utility side-by-side. Whether you're doing work around your property, running light trails, things like that, this is a great machine for you. Next, I want to talk about the price. So with this, the MSRP on the 2023 UForce 600 is $14,799. This unit has power steering. When I look at the competition, the closest comparable unit to this with power steering is $17,599. That does not come with the roof. That does not come with the winch. That's a difference of more than 20% by the time you add on the winch and the roof. So in terms of value, this unit has a ton of value to it. So if you're looking for a small utility-based side-by-side, my name's Brady Atkinson. I'm here at Bud Robinson Motorsports in Sault Ste. Marie. Come on down to the dealership. You can phone me. Our phone number here is 705-256-5326. You can send me an email, brady@robinsonmotorsports.ca. If you got any questions or you'd like to come and see it, I'd love to show it to you. Come on down to Bud Robinson Motorsports and take a look at the 2023 UForce 600. We have them in stock for you to take a look at. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.